Okay, what happened this morning? I'm not sure if you are already familiar with this, but RFK Jr. was shown on a leaked video having a pretty intense discussion with President Trump, and it's kind of crazy, but they talk about many things. It's only about a 2 minute video, and we're going to watch it, and we're going to go into a lot of the perspectives and a lot of the theories around why they're having this conversation. A lot of people have really interesting takes here, so let's get into all of it. Welcome back to the show. Hope everyone's having a great day. So it all started with Bobby Kennedy III with a tweet this morning, and he writes, "I am a firm believer that these sorts of conversations should be had in public. Here's Trump giving his real opinion to my dad about vaccinating kids. This was the day after the assassination attempt. If I violated some kind of law in posting this, my only wish is to have Dr. Anthony Fauci as my cellmate." Oof. This is not a cheap fake or somebody doing a Trump voice. This is the real deal. He could have picked a unity ticket. Instead, he picked a JD, fire all the unvaccinated nurses, Vance. Two parties, indivisible, under Pfizer, with liberty and justice for some. That's the tweet. This was posted way early in the morning, and this is the video everyone is talking about.
I agree with you, man. Something's wrong with that whole system. And, and it's the doctors you find. Remember I said I want to do small doses. Small doses. When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that has like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. It looks like you should be giving a horse this. And do you ever see the size of it, right? It's this massive. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change radically. I've seen it too many times. And then you hear that it doesn't have an impact, right? But you and I talked about that a long time ago. And anyway, I would love you to do something. And I think it'll be so good for you and so big for you. And we're going to win. We're going to win. We're way ahead of the guy. And, he's interesting. It was very nice, actually. He called me. And he said, how did you choose to move to the right? So I guess that's, people say, if I was looking straight on, right? He said, I said, I was just showing a chart. I didn't have to tell him the chart was on all the people pouring into our country, right? But no, I just turned my head to show the chart. And something wrapped me. It felt like a giant, like the world's largest mosquito. And it was a bullet going right. What do they call that, an AR-15 or something? That was a big gun. Those are pretty tough guns, right?
So that's the video that was leaked. It was a private conversation between RFK Jr. and President Trump, and it got its way on the internet, and it spread like a wildfire. It was the top trending story on Twitter for a while, with the headline, "Trump Kennedy Call Leak Sparks Controversy." And now we're going to get into all the perspectives. One Twitter user wrote, "Everyone is saying this is a crappy move on RFK's part to record the conversation, ... True. Okay. Then in the next line, they write, "But it just showed vaccines are going to come into a giant focus in Trump's next admin." Now, do we know if that's true? Absolutely not. Could Trump have been simply trying to play ball with RFK Jr., trying to get on his good side, wanting him to be part of what he's doing with his campaign? Very likely, especially considering how deeply RFK Jr. cares about that space and how much time he has dedicated his life to that area. Ian Carroll wrote, "Honestly, though Kennedy's mortified by the security lapse that this was leaked, it doesn't seem like it negatively affects either of them in their supporters' eyes." What are your thoughts? Seems to me like it's another Trump leak that actually makes the Trump supporters more hyped on him. Tell me what you think. I personally didn't think this was that big of a deal. In my eyes, this makes me like RFK Jr. even more because in this video, he only says like 3 or 4 words, and they're all, yeah. Like he's just doing a lot of listening. Like, how is that a problem? Like to get on a call with a former president after he had just gotten nearly assassinated, right? Like, how is he in the wrong here? Again, this footage should have never been released, but I mean, to be on a call, to be having this conversation, Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Another popular Twitter account has a really interesting take. They say, huge leaked call between Trump and RFK Jr.'s discussion yesterday. Trump was reaching out to Kennedy looking for an endorsement. Trump is heard here discussing the dangers of vaccinating babies and how something is wrong with that whole system. Trump is seeking help from RFK Jr. in the upcoming administration. Trump reiterates that he is going to win and tells RFK Jr. it would be good for him and his mission to drop out, endorse Trump, and have a seat at the table. The perception of Trump's vaccine stance has been one of the many concerns for RFK Jr. voters, libertarians, and even many conservatives. This should help quell some of that and prove Trump is seeking to surround himself with the right people this time around. This is a massive development, and if Kennedy chooses to go through with it, I think Trump would gain a lot of support, and RFK Jr. would still have the opportunity to do what he does best, which is handle the pharmaceutical realm. To me, this is a huge step in the right direction. It's clear Trump recognizes RFK Jr.'s value, and I think we can expect to see a role for Mr. Kennedy in the upcoming administration. Unite America. You know, something that I see is that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. definitely looks intrigued here. He looks like he is really letting the words of President Trump sink deep inside. Now, that might not be what you wanted to hear, and I understand that, but consider this. At 6:07 this morning, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. tweeted this: when President Trump called me, I was taping with an in-house videographer. I should have ordered the videographer to stop recording immediately. I am mortified that this was posted. I apologize to the president. Now, RFK Jr. usually posts many times during the day. I usually get a lot of campaign updates. I get event updates. I get a lot of the press releases. And today, I didn't really get any. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. only tweeted one other time during the day, and it was a pre-recorded video of someone else on his team. So could this be for a lot of reasons? Absolutely. He just got granted Secret Service yesterday. He could be taking the day to, really settle in with all this. But I don't know. I really don't. And here, I'm just always going to keep it real. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And this is what Bobby Kennedy III tweeted last after he already deleted the last video that he shared. He wrote, removed last one for mistaking sarcasm for real life. Yeah. Anyways, the cat's out of the bag. That's where we are right now. Link Lauren, who used to work directly with the campaign as an advisor, he wrote he should have jockeyed for a cabinet spot on the call. Are we going to be hearing more about this tomorrow from RFK Jr. directly? Maybe. It's possible. I know this is intense. I know this was unexpected, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts and perspective is on this event. Do you think this is the end? Do you believe this could be over potentially? Is that call the beginning of the end of the Kennedy-Shanahan campaign? I'm not sure. Yesterday I wrote in a comment, if Kennedy is in, so am I. If he's still willing to fight, so am I. Let's do it. But if Kennedy says the word, that's it. Am I hoping for it? Absolutely not. Do I hope he stays in? Absolutely. But would I understand, given what's happened this past weekend? I would. Completely. Are you kidding? Anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts and your perspective in the comment section. Let's elevate the conversation over there, and I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your time so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to support what we're building here, please like and subscribe. It means a lot and it really helps us out. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing a lot more on there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.